This weekend, I will be entering LegendEx Games' newest tournament, the Fighters Cup.
Wait, this isn't a solos tournament?
Wait, this isn't a
solos tournament? Why don't we just partner up?
Of course you want to know my name.
Hey, newbie. I like your style.
get out of my lobby.
Do you need a reason to dance?
Hello and welcome. Today, we have a bit of a special one. From LegendEx Games, the developers of SamuraiStriker, which we've played on the channel, and many others, we have Battle Royale for your heart. Now this is going to be a little bit different to the other games we've played on this channel. And they have a Kickstarter up at the moment. I just had a complete brain fart about what words were. So, let's have a little read about what this game is about. Battle Royale for Your Heart is a Battle Royale themed romance parody game. The game is a critique on common visual novel and anime tropes, online gaming communities, and of course, the ever-growing popularity of Battle Royale games. After watching SamuraiStriker, world-famous streamer and competitive Battle Royale player, invite gamers of all skill levels to join him in LegendEx Games' Fighters Cup. You decide to enter the tournament to try and win the highly sought-after mystery prize. The only problem? You are a total noob. Mistakenly entered the duos tournament as a solo player, have to scramble to find a partner, and attempt to win the competition. Select your avatar, player voice, gamertag, and possible duo partner. As you venture into an expansive virtual world alongside a colourful cast of characters, it is up to you to decide how the game unfolds. Unlock hidden scenes, build a bond with your player or enemies, and try to win the competition. The game will feature 6 romance routes with optional 6 romance routes with an option to remain solo, selectable avatar with voice options, partial voice acting, interactive map and mini-map, story that changes based on your decision. So I actually had the opportunity to play this as an early release that has in preparation for the Kickstarter, but I wanted to play the most recent version of the game that is up on itch at the moment, which you can go and download for yourself. Just because I feel like the most updated is always the best to be able to actually show on streams. So, let's get started. I also love the LegendEx games.
For sure.
Like,
Keep applying pressure.
that's such a fun thing to be able to include in your own game. He's pretty.
Yes! Let's go! Easy win. Mr. Sunshine, thanks for the follow. You're too kind, you know that? Oh, Trap King with a $100 donation for pulling the win. Thanks, man, you rock. New
like a Twitch feed.
subscriber. Thanks so much, EPG. Okay, you guys are spoiling me here. Let me make an announcement real quick before I have to log off. This weekend, I will be entering LegendEx Games' newest tournament, the Fighters Cup. Players from all skill levels are invited to join me, and I want to see you guys there. No promises that I'll go easy on you because you're a Strikers fan, though. Go to LEG's website for more information. If you can't make it, I'll be streaming the whole thing. This is SamuraiStriker signing off. I'll see you all very soon. Love ya.
Dang, look at this. So you had the option of female or male player character. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the male one.
Hey, what do you mean, character selected?
Hey, what do you mean? Character selected.
Hey, what do you mean, character selected?
And then you can select your voice as well. Or the promo.
Hey, what do you mean character selected?
Hey, what do you mean character selected?
Hey, what do you mean character selected?
That's fun. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the girl. And then...
Hey, what do you mean character selected?
Hey, what do you mean character selected?
Hey, what do you mean character selected?
Hey, what do you
I think
mean
I like the second
character
voice.
selected?
Okay. Female.
Hey,
Second
what do you
voice. Let's go. This is really cool. Okay, we are confirmed. What's your username? Player. What should we go? Oops, I have my caps lock on. Let's go, Kokoloo. Did I enter? Yes, I do. This is cool. Registration process completed. Please enjoy Battle Royale for your heart.
Character selected.
Yeah. This is really cool. Oh man. History log, save, load, quick save. What have we got? Settings, title screen. Okay, those are blocked out. Huh? Who said that? I look around the dark cavern wildly for the origin of the voice, but apart from myself, the chamber is empty. Pebbles line the ground, and a few stray weeds have grown through the cracks in the floor. The air is damp and humid, a pairing that makes my skin crawl. I need to get out of this musty-smelling place, and fast.
Hey, what do you mean character selected? I barely got a choice here.
Evidently, my avatar is stuck in this camouflage shirt, khaki pants, and a scratchy scarf until I start buying some points. Buying some points? All of the cool outfits are locked behind a steep paywall. I can understand if a new jacket gives me more armor or something, but if all it does is make me look cooler, I'll pass. I know I should be fussing with my appearance since it isn't a reflection of myself outside of this competition, but still. Yeah, I mean, my aim in games is to make the sexiest character I possibly can, and then flirt with literally every character. You should see me playing Dragon Age. It's just like, oh, there's a heart. I'm gonna hit that. I would never be caught wearing something as basic as this sad excuse for a military outfit. It's a shame too, because underneath it all, this avatar is pretty hot. And if I were wearing a more stylish outfit, I'd feel more comfortable. I wish I could change it to something more comfortable, with brighter colors, less cliche. I don't know, that looks pretty comfortable. Brighter isn't necessarily better in a battle royale. You don't want to stick out. Less cliche. Ooh, these choices. I don't know how the choices actually affect what kind of outcome you might get or anything like that. It says it guides the world, but I don't know in what way. I don't... let's go less cliche. Doesn't matter. Who needs to look good during a publicly streamed and documented tournament which hundreds, if not thousands of players will be watching? Definitely not me. What I'm wearing doesn't determine the outcome of this competition anyway, right? I mean, I'll look like a total scrub compared to everyone, and they'll totally gang up on a noob because they think I'm easy prey, but that means absolutely nothing. Oh no. I'm totally doomed. I readjust my beige scarf. There has to be something I can do to distinguish myself from the rest of the competition. To disguise myself. I twist the ends of the wool fabric to the side of my neck in an effort to individualize my default outfit. Which is just a minor inconvenience in the larger scheme of things. The placement of the starter scarf looks kind of unkept, sure, but it's different if I keep it styled draped over my right shoulder. I'll go ahead and ruffle my hair up a bit. The wild look could totally work. People may think I've been in a fight and come out on top. Don't mess with the unhinged, or something like that. The coarse wool scratches my neck as the scarf snaps back to its original position. What in the hell is touching my scarf? Great. Is this some kind of game mechanic, or is someone messing with me? I try to move the scarf again, but it returns to its original position. Happens over and over and over again. Until I finally give up on trying to force the seemingly magnetic neck piece out of its intended position. Come on. Fine, whatever. What if I add something instead, like a bag or a... A darkness cascades over the underground cavern. Huh? What the heck? Silence deadens the room. The humming of the wind against my ears dissipates. The silence is more than unnerving, it's unnatural. This is cool. My arms jut outwards with a force that pulls my heartbeat through my chest. I can't move an inch. I feel crucified, posed like a scarecrow in an open field. A massive white word flashes above my head, and my invisible binds almost prevent me from making out what it says. What does Lodig spell? Is it a brand name? A company? Something in another language? Slang?
Tip number 357. Shotguns are most effective up close.
What?
Hello?
Can someone tell me what's going on? Why can't I move? This feeling is unlike anything I've ever experienced. Well, mostly because I can't feel anything. Not even my lips uttering a few words. This is certainly... strange.
Tip number 357. Shotguns are most effective up close.
Thank you. Yes, I heard you the first time. Can you please tell me what's happening to me? Is he... Seriously? No answer now, huh? My first time entering a battle royale and it's already off to a great start. Hello? Come on, answer me. You've got to have something else to say. As seconds pass, nothing happens. I don't regain feeling in my body. There's no noise playing in the background, and the voice is silent. Is this all there is to the LegendEx Games Fighters Cup? There must be something more. There has to be. Oh my gosh. I'm never going to make it out of this abyss. This is my end, isn't it? This is like every loading screen I ever end up being in. Like, my internet is shit. Trapped in an infinite loop of nothingness, unable to move anything but my lips to scream for help. I can think of at least 10 other ways I'd prefer to die. And all involve loud noises and explosions. I kind of picture my last breath on stage, accepting an award for being best battle royale I ever known to man when I'm like 57 or something. Dying paralyzed in the dark before I win my first battle royale match is the absolute worst thing that could ever happen. Wow, that's dramatic. Wait, I'm not really going to die, am I? I'm just being dramatic. I can't be dying right now. I have so much to live for. Still nothing. Oh, this is absolute torture. A little bit of music or something would be nice. No, not even that. Fine, I don't need music anyway. So now what do I do? Really? Come on! Ooh! The floor begins to rumble beneath me, and I instinctively reach out to steady myself. As I reach out to steady myself, I reach out to steady myself. Yes! I can move again! Thank goodness. I really thought I'd die of boredom in that darkness. Or in the very least, lose circulation in my arms. Light spreads out, and the room comes into focus as I flail my arms around. I'm in the same underground cavern from moments before. My feet are planted on the hard ground, and I can move them! I take a few cautionary steps forward. It's dark, the only illumination glowing from the small cracks in the ceiling and the lanterns lining the walls. My eyes catch onto something I didn't notice while dressing my character. A spiral staircase resting in the middle of the gathering area, each step pristine as if no one had ever stepped foot on them. Hey, spooky voice, what's happening to me? Because if anyone knows, it's going to be that random voice from earlier, right? Honestly, I don't know much. Go on.
Tip. Shotguns.
Yes! I understand! Shotguns are effective up close. Does that voice have anything else of value to tell me? Anything at all? Loud laughter echoes off the stony walls. It's so boisterous and hearty, it vibrates through my whole body.
Hey, newbie.
That spooky voice is just the announcer of the game. The messages are pre-recorded. They can't hear you. A man, no, wolf guy, grins at me. His large, pointy teeth are the first thing I notice, followed by the stunning dark blue and white fur combination. He looks so confident and assured as he practically towers above me. He looks pretty cool. I try not to let out a squeal and shrink back from the man who clearly wasn't there before. Aside from my slight fear, there's confusion and a bit of jealousy. I don't know who he is, how long he's been standing there, or how he got here, but this man is in a league of his own. He looks ready for an intense battle with his fluffy fur, an ammo belt, and very impressive teeth. And me? I look like a scrub with my unoriginal, unimaginative outfit. And pouch. I have a pouch. I can't convince this battlehound that I'm equally prepared and can handle myself, he'll leave me alive out there. I'll have no shot at victory. Keep it together. I can't give anyone any reason to doubt me or my abilities. Oh, I knew that. The wolfman taps his foot to an imaginary beat. His red scarf moves with him, which looks way cooler than my ugly beige one. He even has double piercings on his ears. Okay, I'm going to stop with the whole outfit thing, but I'm going to be jealous until the day I die because, hot damn, he's a freaking wolf! That must be another paid unlockable, right? Either way, it's badass. Yes, I'm sure you know a lot about this competition. Look at your commanding presence and stoic posture. You're not a new player, I can tell. You can? Well, duh. It's because this isn't my first rodeo. Yeah, definitely not. You're yelling into the air about a loading screen. Oh yeah. You're a fake noob, pretending that you've got no skills so people go easy on you. Not even a real noob would be dumb enough not to know about loading screens. He smirks, taking a small step towards me as if scrutinizing his prey. I can't help but gulp. Gosh. He's gonna eat me alive.
You do know what a loading screen is, right?
Wow. You've gotta be pulling my leg. You're not pulling my leg. Wow, I'm really concerned for your partner. Partner? What partner? I don't have a partner. Are we supposed to have a partner? My hand flies to my face. I can't hide the reddening of my cheeks from his gaze. You're not gonna take on the whole competition by yourself, are you? It's a duos tournament. I mean, apparently I am. I didn't know this was a duos tournament. Crap. There's no way I can take on two people at once. And what if another team joins in on the attack? This is fine. Totally fine. Yep. I'm not sweating right now. Tell him you have a partner. Express your genuine confusion. Panic! Do you get a partner? How do you pick a partner? Is it controlled by what choices you make? Express your genuine confusion. I want to see what happens if we panic. My breath quickens and my heart constricts. Oh no, this is not good. I'm at a huge disadvantage right now. I was already nervous about going it alone, but now, oh gosh. There's no way I can do this on my own. I place a hand on my pounding heart in an attempt to calm myself, but it's no use. What am I gonna do? You okay, kid? The wolfman snaps his fingers in front of my flushed face. I take in a sharp breath and exhale. Totally. I'm totally fine. Listen, being a solo isn't that bad. Did you do a random fill?
Random what?
You can be paired up randomly with someone who's also solo. I'm sure it's not too late to do it. I mean, I think. I don't usually pair up with randoms. This is a lot to take in. Is there a problem? Let me not make my noob status any more obvious. No problem at all, you know? What's wrong with going solo? Not sure I'd do it, but if someone were... It's definitely possible. Some people go solo because it means more alums for them. or they think others will slow them down, or they just don't have any friends. I prefer the odds to be in my favor. Yeah, I get that. I prefer that too, honestly, but we'll see where this takes us. I'm guessing you have a partner? Wolfman smiles slyly at me. He lifts his arms towards his face, checking a watch he's clearly not wearing. Oh, would you look at the time? Only a few minutes until the game begins. If you want a partner, better find one before we get ready for boarding. Can I ask you? Sorry, kid. My team's already full. Maybe in the next game. Add me. Oh! Notification. Midnight Fighter has become your friend.
You know, I like your style.
Hit me up if you survive the first tournament. I'd love to play with you sometime. I don't know how casual he means survive, but uncertainty makes my stomach twist in knots. Surely he doesn't mean that I'll die. Not really, anyway. Eliminations are just disqualifications, right? Yeah, totally. Why would it be anything else? I gulp and tap my stomach in a fruitless attempt to settle it before I look back up at the Wolfman and try to appear excited. Really? You'd like to play with me? Yeah, next time you play a game. You'll see me on your friends list. That'll tell you if I'm available to link up. His name is Midnight Fighter, huh? I'll definitely shoot him a message if I make it through this game in one piece. Hey, look over there. Why don't you ask that other noob to be your partner? I look to where Midnight is pointing and see a man wearing an outfit similar to mine. My biggest fears are already coming true. I'm going to blend in too much with the other new players. Nothing about me is intimidating. Others will think I'm an easy target. Who's going to remember a player in a default costume? No one. Ever. The other newbie gazes around as if they've never seen a cabin before. He reminds me of a tourist. I don't look like that. Do I? Oh, what about that player over there? He points towards a glowing white light only a few feet ahead, but there's no one there. Maybe Midnight sees someone I don't? Is it because he's a wolf? Heightened senses? Or something? There's a player? What's wrong with them? Looks like they haven't loaded in yet. Poor guy. I'm hoping they're just a late edition and don't have a slow connection. He looks bothered by the other player's slow load time. I wonder why. The light begins to sizzle out and reveal a woman with a frilly pink dress and hair that almost certainly defies gravity. She's gorgeous, and I'm taken back for a moment. Midnight notes my expression with a laugh. Everyone is smitten by Twin Tails at first. She's a tough contender though, so don't let the glitter fool you. Without a single word, she approaches us and begins to dance. Oh, she's one of those players. Midnight pats me on the back and lets out a hearty laugh, aware of the amazed expression on my face. He motions for me to join Twin Tails in her strange display, as if it's the most natural thing in the world. I can't quite put a name to the kind of dance that she's doing, but it looks like she's having fun. I settle my attention back to the players in the room. In a few short minutes, all 100 of us will be set free to attack each other. I hardly think this is an appropriate time to dance. Dance or jump. You either dance or you jump. Or, in Final Fantasy, you use the emotes. You pose like a ranger. Why are you dancing?
Do you need a reason to dance?
She switches up her dance routine, this time tossing her arms in the air and releasing a shower of confetti. considering that we're going into battle, yeah, I think I do.
Boo.
Lighten up. Now, glitter bursts from her pigtails. This noob over here doesn't know about our respect system here in the trenches of war. Oh, really? The dance is something we call a gesture. It's our way of communicating. Especially for players who don't like to talk. Yeah, watch this. Midnight does a graceful flip in the air, landing on his feet. A gesture. That makes sense. Well, kind of. I'm just gonna pretend like it does. Otherwise, I feel like I'll be swallowed up whole. I guess I really am a noob. I didn't realize Battle Royale had their own subculture with unspoken rules and traditions. Twintail rolls her eyes at Midnight. That is so lame. I can do something way cooler. Twintails follows Midnight's lead, doing some sort of a clapping shuffle combination. Midnight doesn't reply. He simply places a hand on her shoulder to signal her to stop. He steps forward with a menacing, "I'm watching you" motion with 2 fingers pointed towards his eyes and then straight at me. Apparently, this gesture comes with music because 2 very loud and different tracks are simultaneously playing over each other. It's like I'm watching a display of dominance, because neither of the 2 stop trying to one-up each other. Midnight starts to jam to some techno pop while banging his head in the air like a rock star. Twintails follows suit by doing a dramatic single-person waltz to a classical piece. I wish they'd stop already. It's like being in Limsa. Really, this sounds terrible. The shrill techno music combined with the loud classical piano melody is jarring. The 2 tracks, one upbeat and the other relaxing, completely clash. Finally, they calm down. There are other forms of respect. While gestures are universal, some players will be more appreciative if you do things like nail a really cool headshot. I feel like I should be taking notes. Gestures, headshots, something else. Okay, I've got this, I think. I really thought I'd enter the game, shoot some people, and leave as a champion. Guess not. A loud bang shakes the cavern walls, and rocks begin crumbling down the sides. I flinch and cover my head with my hands.
Get down!
I leap to the floor and press my face to the ground, hands behind my head. The sound continues, more distinct and more frequent. This isn't a cave-in. No, it sounds more mechanical, like heavy machinery. I heard this sound before a movie. Gunshots. The sound remains steady for a few moments, and I don't hear any screaming or shuffling or footsteps. Does anyone care that someone has opened fired? It's hardly fair to begin the competition before anyone has even had a chance to scramble. Get up, kid. Huh? What's he on about? I poke my head up. Still going. He nearly topples over with laughter. Twintails frowns next to him.
Aw, Midnight. Leave the newbie alone.
I'm sorry. What's happening? See for yourself. She steps aside, and I see people shooting each other. One of them looks like the default avatar from before. He is haphazardly spraying the walls, ground, stairs, and even nearby players with bullets. But nothing is happening. No one's hurt, no one screams in agony or blood splatters. I know the players don't really die when they're shot, but don't they feel the pain? Doesn't it hurt when bullets hit them? Apparently not, if no one is even flinching. I'm confused, to say the very least, and still afraid. Twintails rushes towards the 2 shooters. My heart races. What is she doing? Twintails stops in the middle of the gunfight and twirls around like she's performing in a grandiose show. The shots continue, rushing out like a broken dam. A flood of bullets pelt Twin Tail's body, but she remains very much unharmed. The bullets hit her chest and vanished without any casings dropping to the floor. No one got hurt. Everyone is completely healthy and in one piece. Twin Tails returns to Midnight and I. So you're alright then? I lean in closer towards Twin Tails and search for any wounds. She isn't frazzled, so it appears she's in good shape. In fact, Twin Tails giggles and pumps her fist into the air. You know it. Jeez, I'm an idiot, aren't I? Midnight and Twin Tails look at me expectantly, as if I'm the one who owes them an explanation. Midnight calms down considerably, finally finished laughing at me. He swipes at his eyes one last time and then bares his fangs of his again, but this time in a bright and vivacious grin. Sorry, kid, but that was hilarious. How should I respond? Try to joke? Answer honestly. To answer honestly. Let's see where that goes. I just thought. My face heats up and I can't finish my reply. We all know what I thought. Someone was open firing before the competition even began. I was seriously startled by the sudden gunshots, but Midnight and Twin Tails are unbothered. They knew that there was nothing to be afraid of in that moment. It's obvious that their courage and intellect outweigh mine. Those are two things I need if I'm going to win this game. Oh, and some experience. At this rate, I'm going to be the first one eliminated. Don't beat yourself up, newbie. How are you supposed to know that there's immunity in the lobby? This is your first competition, right? That's abundantly clear. Don't need to remind me anymore. You mean those guns shoot blanks or something? Oh man, oh man! Midnight slams his hand on his thigh, laughing at the funniest joke in the world. Mean.
Oh.
Be nice. Twin Tails slams her fist into his shoulder hard enough that I can hear the impact. These two must know each other really well. That's right. She called him by his name earlier. I wonder, are they duo partners? Midnight puts his hand behind his head and shakes with delight at my naivety. Glad to see he's getting all the laughter out of his system. I'm sorry, kid. I'm sure. You're really something. Twin Tails scowls at him like a mother scolding her child. Anyway, think of this little cavern as a training ground. People can shoot each other without penalty until we reach the surface. Then, the fun really begins. You ready for that, party kit? I gulp. I admit, I'm still a little nervous. Before I can formulate a suitable answer, the floor begins to rumble beneath our feet. It feels like an earthquake, and it lasts only a brief moment as the cavern ceiling and walls begin to crumble. I look to both Twin Tails and Midnight to see if either of them are alarmed. They're not. Rather, they seem to be in awe of the rising pillars covering the avalanche of rock. Whoa, this is new. The devs updated the game right before the big tournament? I didn't get a chance to read the patch notes. Midnight laughs. Of course. You're never prepared, Twinny. Her face twists in anger at his words, a dark cloud cascading over her otherwise delicate features. You know I don't like that nickname. What, Twinny? I think it's kinda cute. Say that again, and I'll break that pretty face, tough guy. She clenches her fists and stomps on the floor like a child having a tantrum. In the toy aisle, this Twin Tails is nothing like the one I met mere minutes ago. Offended by Midnight's words, she's not doing a good job of holding back her feelings. Midnight doesn't flinch at her words, even though they're aggressive enough for me to take a step back. Instead, he laughs, holding his hand over his stomach and nearly doubling over to catch his breath. Pretty face. I can't with you, Twinny. You're too much. I clear my throat, trying to prevent Twin Tails from biting Midnight's head off at the use of the nickname. You guys sound really close. I mean, not like you when you ran into each other in the lobby. Maybe. Doesn't matter though. In this tourney, we're competitors, not friends. She crosses her arms and twirls dramatically to face the marble pillars in the middle of the cavern. The avalanche from a moment ago did little damage to the infrastructure of the cavern, but I'm not questioning it anymore. Clearly, things in here don't work like they do in the real world. This is a game, so I have to suspend my disbelief. Though, it looks like Twin Tails doesn't know what's going on either, so at least I'm not alone in my confusion. Not friends, she says. Midnight places her arm over her shoulder. I expect her to push it away, but instead she lets out a small huff and stomps one of her pastel pink sandals. Looking at her standing next to Midnight, the difference is very glaring. Not in the obvious fact that she seems to be very much human, but in the way she's dressed and how she carries herself. Twin Tails is a beauty. But a beauty who looks like she belongs on another planet. A princess, a fairy, an anime girl, a fairy princess, anime magical girl. I don't know. But her vibrant pink dress and ridiculously long ponytails don't look like they'll help her in this competition. She's got no armor, no pouch or knapsack to carry anything, and those open-toed shoes. She looks like she's going to a costume party, not entering battle. While I know players can dress their avatars however they like, it's still weird picturing soldiers at arms with someone like her prancing around. Her bright colours will surely allow others to spot her easily. What's more, she seems very much unbothered by the pressure of the competition. So sure and confident of herself. How do I get that confidence? Well, tell me what those pillows are if you're so damn smart. He shakes off her words and points directly at the pillars, now pulsating a lively green. Were they doing that before? Must be for the leaderboards.
Oh?
Oh, like to tell our scores? Not ours. Theirs. He motions to the pillars with his head. The green light has faded away, and in its place are two pictures. One is SamuraiStriker, an online celebrity, and the user with the most subscriptions on the mainstream the mainstream streaming platform, Stitch. I'm not a fan or anything. I just spend a lot of time on the internet. Anyway, the other picture is of a woman I've never seen before. Of course, SamuraiStriker gets his own pedestal, but who's that girl? I've never seen her. A new competitor already at the top of the leaderboard? No way. Wait, you're sure it's a leaderboard? Could it be something else? I mean, I don't know what else would warrant their faces in the middle of the lobby, but... SamuraiStriker is being endorsed by the game devs. You can't go 2 seconds in this place without seeing his face or someone mentioning his name. Twin Tails looks disgusted as she says these things. Striker is famous around these parts. So, this could very well be a marketing tactic. Maybe the devs have finally succumbed to the soul-sucking demon called capitalism and are trying to market him for profit? This is the only Battle Royale tournament you've entered, isn't it? You haven't tried any other circuits? You know, Soldier Battlegrounds, Fantasy Realms. Fork and knives! or even the low budget ones with the blocks. Is that Minecraft? Is that what that is? What is not really familiar with Battle Royale tournaments. Everyone I know won't stop talking about LegendEx competitions. And I heard there's a cool mystery prize, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And totally not because SamuraiStriker told everyone to come and join him on his stream. Leg is the best at running these sorts of tournaments. I've tried every Battle Royale out there, but LegendX's community is one of the best. I've made so many memories here. There's a serene smile on his face as he talks, giving me the impression that this game is something he truly cares about. I may not know all of the other Battle Royale games, but I'm excited to be part of this one. Having a good community around a game is so huge. Like, I've stopped playing games before because the other people who played were just goddamn assholes. Why are gamers like this? Just have fun. It's not the end of the world if someone is new. And even though I'm a huge fan of the devs, Battle Royale games are notorious for stealing from each other. Those leaderboards are from another competition. Summit, Soldier Battlegrounds, Fantasy Ranks, Forks and Knives. How many competitions are out there? Midnight is truly a seasoned competitor. I can't keep up with that. I sound like some kid jumping on the bandwagon. I can't help but feel like an imposter as I look at both Twin Towers and Midnight. They belong here. They fought their way to the top. And here I am because of some open lobbies. I'm sure LegendX's devotion to their community is why they'd simply let a new player without any experience enter the tournament, but that isn't a bad thing. The reason I chose to enter this competition was because of the accessibility. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm supposed to be having fun. A slap on my back jerks me back to reality. Both Midnight and Twin Tails are grinning. But they don't have to babysit me and explain the rules, especially because I'm supposed to be their enemy. Yet, they haven't walked away. I think that girl on the leaderboard is his duo partner. Weird. Why is that weird? Striker doesn't play with girls, and everyone knows his duo partner is Rex. Everyone but me, apparently. Who's Rex? Rex the Kid is his full tag. He's a famous streamer like SamuraiStriker. The two of them always play together. Maybe it's the sour expression on Twin Tails' face or her crossed arms, but I get the impression that she is really bothered by the whole situation. I don't know if it's the fact that SamuraiStriker is playing with a woman, that this Rex guy isn't his partner anymore, or something else entirely, but her whole demeanor has changed. Forget about Striker. He's a chump.
Chump. Right.
I'm serious, Twinny. He dips his head low and gives Twin Tails an almost indiscernible nod. It's such a fluid motion that I almost miss it. Twin Tails straightens up and nods ferociously. She pumps her fist in the air. SamuraiStriker is a total chump, and he's going down. Exactly. That's the spirit. I can't tell if Midnight is a fan of Striker or if he's trying to be supportive of Twin Tails, but something about the situation leaves my stomach unsettled. I don't really know what to make of it. A familiar voice rings throughout the spacious cavern.
Attention all participants! Please ready up with your partner by the elevator. All random pairings can find each other by looking for the player with a name above their head.
Miss Spooky Voice is back. And this time he's not talking about shotguns being really effective up close. But what he does say has me worried though. With all the commotion, I've forgotten that I still don't have a partner. I've got to find my partner. See you in the competition, kid. Good luck. Luck, right. I'm gonna need it.
Aww.
Who's your partner, Mitty? 1. Don't call me that. 2. Don't worry about it. Ha ha ha! So you can call her Twinny, but she can't call you Mitty? Rude. He saunters off, leaving an empty feeling in the pit of my stomach. The next time I see him, we'll be facing off in a battle as competitors. I was beginning to enjoy having both Twin Tails and Midnight as support. Come on, I'll take you to the elevator. She gives me a gentle smile, and I shake the disconsolate thoughts from my head. It's really peculiar that she and Midnight aren't paired up together. I get the feeling they'd work well as a duo. I wonder when the two of them met, and just how close they are. But the opportunity to ask has come and gone. Is your partner waiting for you by the elevator? Nope, my usual partner is very sick. She's got the flu, and while she insisted on coming to fight still, I couldn't put my sister in that kind of danger. So I'm going to carry the torch for us. A sister? What would Twin Tail's sister look like? Would she be as fabulous and flashy?
On your own? As a solo?
By choice? I've played with a lot of people, but my sister is the only person who can handle my long-range playstyle. Wouldn't feel right going into it without her. She dismisses the conversation with a smile, with a small wave of her hand. She's a long-range fighter, huh? I don't know if she means to let that information slip or not, but it'd probably do me good to take note. Twin Tails continues forward. She's alone in this big competition, just like me. Perhaps I can convince Twin Tails to be my partner. Hey, Twin Tails. But my words taper off as I notice a gigantic elevator against the wall. The sides are exposed, offering little protection. It looks more like a freighter elevator than anything designed to transport people. Twin Tails notices I've stopped to stare at the elevator. Don't look so frightened. This is only the boarding area. You can use the terminals to register your partner. You might want to do that, unless you plan on going solo. When I turn to look at her, I see a reassuring smile on her face. She gives me a slight nod and heads over to a nearby screen. Everything looks to be automated. First the spooky announcer voice, and now this. There's no one here to operate the elevator. Twin Tails follows my gaze and snaps her fingers. Ready yet? So, once I get onto the elevator, the competition begins. Come on. She places her index finger under her chin and lets out a giggle. How can she be so calm? It's truly a marvel. She doesn't seem the least bit nervous. Oh, I forgot to add you to my friends list so we can play together later. Duh. Notification. Twin Tails has become your friend. Twin Tails stops moving despite the line that is forming behind her at the terminal. But no one seems irked. You'd think everyone would be hostile, given that they're heading into a battle royale to the death. But... oh, my voice just cracked. But... apparently everyone is too distracted to care that she's blocking the way. Twin Tails gives me a thumbs up and turns back to the terminal. Without looking up from the bright screen, she continues to talk to me. When you're ready to head into game, just log into this terminal with your partner, see? She motions to the machine, which has 2 keyboards sticking out from the front of it. One for each duo partner, I suppose. It would be so easy to input my information next to hers. First, the idea is small and intrepid. actually begin to think if it's something I should do. I mean, she has no partner. I have no partner. Why not? But Twintail said she couldn't do the competition without her sister, and I'm not her sister. But I approach the terminal and extend my palm over the screen. My fingers stretch a bit further than the perimeters of the terminal casing. I hardly recognize myself anymore. It's as if these fingers belong to someone else entirely, and I guess they do. The tan skin and lightly etched wrinkles are foreign to me. But for the time being, this is who I am. On the outside, at least. Thoughts of the competition run rampant through my mind. I'm actually here. With each second that passes, it becomes more real. I'm actually in a Battle Royale tournament. I'm actually going to compete with 98, maybe even 99 other players. And yet, I can't help but feel a sense of foreboding. It's exciting, yet terrifying. I can't help but think about why I'm really here. Why am I really here? I'm ready to show the world what I'm made of. I want to prove that I can do something great. I want to take down the competition and get into fights. I want to meet some new friends and see how far I can push myself. Oh, that was nice. I want to meet some new friends and see how far I can push myself. I think that's nice. I'm going to go with that one. I want to meet new friends and see how far I can push myself. This is totally new territory, and what do you do in new territory? You explore. I'm not really the most popular person in my hometown. I have only a few good friends, and none of them are really into competitions like this. Of course, some of them know who SamuraiStriker is and have even heard about LegendEx competitions. But have they ever entered a Battle Royale tournament? No. I want to meet different kinds of people. Twintails and Midnight seem really nice. Can you imagine how many more amazing people I'd be able to meet? Not only that, but I want to see how far I can actually push myself. Who knows, maybe I'll surprise myself and the competition. I'm not expecting first place, but top 25 would be really nice. Top 10? Even better. I'm excited to see what the game has to offer me and what it allows me to find out about myself. No matter what, I'm going to give this competition my all. Even if it seems scary, nothing can stop me. Not even a naughty little voice telling me not to enter Twintails as my duo partner. A quick glance over at her assures me that she's not paying attention and is busy mingling with a few of the other competitors. Two of them I've never seen before, but one. They look like me. The same default outfit and the same looks of awe and curiosity on their face. I saw them earlier, shooting haphazardly. Part of me wants to go up and introduce myself. If we're both newbies in this competition, perhaps we won't feel so alone. Maybe there's some sort of camaraderie in being oblivious, because we can be oblivious together. The other part of me is screaming to type my name as quickly as I can. I could be paired up with Twintails. She said she didn't want a partner, but how could having an extra hand hurt her chances of winning? I desperately do not want to enter this thing alone. It's a little selfish, but I can't help entertaining the idea. Oh, what should I do? Enter Twintails' name into the terminal. Talk to Twintails and friends. We're going to talk to her because just entering someone's name is an arsehole thing to do. Talk to her. It's not right to betray Twin Tail's trust like that. With how nice she has treated me in the short time since I met her, it really does feel like we've grown a little closer, and I don't want to spoil it. I walk over to Twin Tails and some other newbie that she's still talking to. Twin Tails chats with another player while wearing her usual smile. She's waving her hands around as if she's telling a story with her body. I have to squint to make sure what I'm seeing is not a gesture. The others she was conversing with have long since disappeared. Hi. I awkwardly wave at the newcomer and default to a sheepish smile when he looks back at me. I recognize him. He's the one who pulled up the gun earlier and was spraying us with bullets. He made me look like a total idiot in front of Twin Tails in midnight. I can't help but glare in his direction. Jerk. Why were you shooting at us earlier? I placed my hand on my hips. Why would Twin Tails talk to this guy? He blindly shot at us without reason. Huh? Why would I be shooting at you? I never picked up a gun. The man tilts his head to the side ever so slightly. The way he frowns with his eyes downcast into the floor. I feel almost bad for suggesting such a thing. Even though I very clearly saw him doing it. You're confusing him with the other male default avatars. How rude. Twin Tails winks at me and then turns to the man who still can't bring his eyes up to look at me. You're wearing a starter outfit. A lot of people look like you too. She simply shrugs. Well, it doesn't matter how you guys look, but how will you perform on the battlefield? My words of wisdom for the day. The man doesn't reply, but at least he's now looking up at me. Should I apologize? Yes. No. Yes. I'm sorry. I just assumed it was dumb. Oh, it's okay. I didn't want you to think that I was out to get you or something. I didn't actually hurt you, did I? No. All is forgiven then? Yep. He grins at me as if the awkward conversation never happened at all. Oh. Coco-Loo. Have you registered already? Oops. How did I tell her that I didn't sign up yet because I was too busy snooping? No, I meant to, but I got distracted. Yes, distracted is definitely the right word. You might want to get on that before the server fills up. And you're shipped off to the next game. Wait, what? There are different servers? We're not all just fighting each other? That'd take too long and get way too messy. People are divided into servers. 50 teams per tournament. 50 people battle it out to get the title of Ultimate Battle Royale? No, 50 teams. There's 2 people per duo, so 100 people. The new guys looked at me with a grin. He pumped his fist into the air with excitement. Don't worry, it won't be that bad. Are you sure you should be so confident? You and your partner will be up against my friend here. Twin Tails smirks and points at me as she says this, stirring up a little friendly competition, is she? I don't even have a partner. His eyes widen slightly, but only for a moment. You don't have a partner? Why not? I'm going to laugh if I tell you. He juts out his lower lips in a pout. Kind of adorable, and he reminds me very much of a puppy. Maybe, maybe not. Try us. He looks from Twin Tails to me and then to the floor. I don't even know her yet. Huh? Me? I point towards myself. I guess he has a point. We're complete strangers and he doesn't know my intentions, so why trust me? You don't have to tell me You don't have to tell me anything if you think I'm going to use it against you. No, it's not that. His face turns bright red as he stumbles over his words. I'll tell you, His voice trails off. Maybe I shouldn't have been so accusatory. You just what? Twintails leans towards him with her arms stretched behind her back, just merely inches from the frazzled man. Come on, newbie, don't be shy. It's clear she's enjoying watching this man squirm, perhaps a little too much. I feel kind of bad for him already. How is he going to handle a battle if he's this frightened right now? It's nothing. He shields his face with his hands and lets out a shrill cry. Insists he tells you. Insists he doesn't tell you. Change the subject. I'm gonna insist he tells because that sounds like fun. Just spit it out already, dude. Clap my hands together, rather loudly in contempt. Twintails lightly jabs me with her elbow and snickers. He looks rather pale, don't you think? He's totally going to be sick. Her whispers may mean to poke fun, but I think she's onto something. The boy looks like he's gonna throw up right in front of me. Ah! I'm in the splash zone! I throw my hands up in front of my face as a shield. What are you doing? Ah, sorry. The teasing was supposed to make you feel better. Oh, yeah, it totally does. No, it doesn't. You can see how petrified he looks from a mile away. I'll take a softer approach next time. But Twintails doesn't seem to mind his reluctance. She inches towards him while batting her long lashes. Tell us if you'd like. She places a hand on his shoulder and smiles warmly at him. He loosens up a little, a look of relief washing over him. So he'll tell her. Huh. Interesting. I said I would tell you, right? Just give me a minute to compose myself. It's embarrassing. More embarrassing than thinking this is a solo competition? I offer him a tiny but nervous smile. I still can't believe I actually did that. I guess it was never a secret to begin with, but now this random guy knows too. Oh no, that's pretty embarrassing. I'd make something up if that was the case. Oh, so now the stutter is gone? Haha, yeah, so embarrassing. She did that! She throws her arms over my shoulder and yanks me towards her. A little forward for having just met her, but... What should I do? Tell her to stop? Let it go? I'm gonna let it go. Let it go! Let it go! Oh, I'm gonna get blocked. Though surprising, Twintails isn't really hurting me. It actually feels kinda nice. Like, she's accepted me as a friend or something. The moment is short-lived though, as she removes her draped arm. So, new guy, you were saying? Nothing. So it was all my imagination? Must have been some other handsome guy you were looking at. He's flirting. Can't help but laugh at the absurdity as the new guy winks at us. Really, really lame at being smooth. And yet, I can't help but smile. Maybe if anybody else said it, I'd roll my eyes, but backed by his dorky grin, it kinda works. Sure. She winks in his direction and clasps her hands together like she's about to do a cheer. Are you gonna tell us why you don't have a partner or not? Oh yeah, He glances at me one more time and gulps. What's up with this guy? Well, I just couldn't find a partner. My stats aren't the most appealing for a competition like this. Your stats? Yeah, my stats. Kill to death ratio, numbers of wins, matches played, stuff like that. You keep track of that stuff? Not me, the game developers do. You can check it by going through the menu. Remember how you accepted a friend's request? That's how. That request kind of just popped up over my head last time. There isn't really a manual for all this. There probably is. Oh my. He places a hand over his mouth in shock. What? What is it? You're an even bigger noob than I am. How? When did you start playing? He scratches his face in thought. Doesn't matter. Now I'm the one stuttering. It's like he's picking me apart under a microscope with his dark brown eyes. I've been playing for only a few months, but even I know how to access the menu, so... He places his fingers in the air in an exaggerated fashion, as if he's a scientist making some big kind of revelation. A true eureka moment. This is your first game, isn't it? That whole solo incident didn't give it away? Hey! Her lips twist into a devious smile. So what, it's my first competition, who cares? Don't take it the wrong way. I'm happy to meet someone else who isn't a pro. I said don't take it the wrong way. I mean, you're a regular person. That's it. Don't get mad at me. I let out a small sigh. He's not even wrong. This is my first competition. Apparently, he's new as well, which is comforting. I'm not the only one going into the unknown. People don't really want to team up with players like us. This energetic man's voice has dropped low, and his expression has gone from embarrassed to sad. His frown makes my chest constrict. Well, what about a random partner? That's always an option. Yeah, but there's always the chance that someone... But there's always the chance of someone blaming me for their loss or being cruel about my skill level. I'd rather not chance it. Even in a competition like this? Especially in a competition like this, people are always looking to blame their losses on someone else. Really? Even in LegendEx games competition? I heard that the developers are well known and have a good rapport with their fans. Why would they let something so mean happen right under their noses? My voice trails off when I notice Twin Tails giggling to herself quietly. Ah, newbies. You'll change your tune. You'll say, you'll change your tune soon. Give it some time. Huh? I mean to say that this game is awesome and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, at all. She winks at the new guy and sends me a thumbs up. He seems unbothered, but her words settle in my stomach like spoiled food. Hey, what's your name? My name? You really want to know? Yeah, that's why I asked. Oh, my name's Parker. A silence befalls the two of us. I don't know what to say next. Parker? Oh, average. Why are you looking at me like that? Not impressed? No, it's not that. I just wasn't expecting it. I thought you were gonna tell me something more complex, like Fighting God 123 or something. Oh, you wanted to know my gamertag? I just told you my actual name. Oh, his birth name. I expected some people to keep that private. I guess not Parker. What's your name? Kokoloo. Is that your real name or your gamertag? This is my gamertag. Actually, my gamertag is usually Lady Elegance. I use that for dev stuff as well. It is my gamertag. That's my gamertag. Is that okay? Yeah, of course. As long as I know what to call you. Yeah, I prefer to go by that while I'm here. Understood. I flash him a small smile and he returns a much larger one. Awkward silence fills the air. The two of us stare at each other, neither of us really knowing what to do or say next. The crowd mulling around us begins to shuffle towards the elevator. Is it finally time to board the elevator? As more and more people head in that direction, the truth settles on my shoulders. I'm going to have to board the elevator as a solo player. A member of a duo. Or not at all. I still haven't decided which yet. I guess we should, go, right? He's rubbing the back of his neck nervously. It's strange how he can flip so quickly from chattering to cowering like a scared animal. It's time. Her words have a finality to them. It's now or never. This is the beginning of my future, or maybe the end of it. We'll have to wait and see. I guess I'll be on my way now then. I look down at my feet and begin to shuffle away. Though something crosses my mind. Parker has no partner. I have no partner. We could team up. We're both new to the game, but 2 is better than 1, right? But maybe I can do this all on my own. Or maybe I could make new friends and a ton of memories. Should I ask Parker to be my partner before it's too late? Oh. Do we ask him to be our partner or don't ask? Twin tails! That's a bit sad. Oh, if we don't ask, will she offer? Ask him to be your partner or don't ask. Kind of want to see what happens if we say don't ask. Alright, we're not gonna ask. We're gonna see what happens. I'm curious. YOLO! I decide to remain quiet. I was going to ask Parker to be my partner, but the more that I think about it, the more I think it's a bad idea. Parker is nice, but I don't think he's duo partner material. Not in an intense matchup like this. Parker seems really nice and down to earth, and I don't want to have to fight him later on, but I guess if I have to, it is a competition. I wave goodbye to both Twin Towers and Parker. It's a bad idea to get attached in a competition where anybody can be eliminated. I'll keep my head held high and try to do things on my own. No hard feelings. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Midnight. He's leaned against one of the cabin walls, using his left leg to keep balance. His arms are crossed over his chest, a puzzled look marring the man's usual friendly countenance. Maybe I should go over and talk to him. Now would be my last chance to get in any final words before I board the elevator. If I were upset, I'd want someone to check up on me. It's a nice thing to do. Besides, I don't know if I'll see him on the battlefield. I don't want my last impression of him to be one where he looks so down. As I approach him, his ears perk up. He straightens himself and kicks off the wall. Kid. Midnight. That's my name. What's up? Midnight regards me for a moment, arms crossed over his chest and lips downturned into a grimace. That was a bad time, isn't it? How are you? Just peachy. Just peachy, huh? Yep, definitely sarcastic. He was laughing and joking with me before. What happened since we last talked, after he stalked off to find his partner? Actually, where is his partner? I don't see anyone by the lone wolf. Perhaps Midnight shooted them off, or so they could get a moment alone? Is now a bad time? Oh, Clanky! Midnight drops his arms to his side, takes a step forward and snarls at me. You tell me. Yikes! Definitely a bad time. I stumble backwards, nearly tripping on a pebble behind my right foot. When I reach out for the ward to regain balance, Midnight breaks into a big smile and then laughs. I was just messing with you. Didn't think he'd hit the wall. Thanks, kid. I needed that. Yep, that's the Midnight I met. There's something contagious about his enemy. About his enemy? His energy. And I return his laugh. Oh, of course. You did. That's why I'm here. I fell for you. I try to wink, but given my previous blunder, I look more pathetic than intended. Midnight smacks at me in return.
Be careful, kid.
Your partner might not like you trying to fraternize with the enemy. Oh yes, you're right. My imaginary partner is terrified that I'm switching sides right now and helping you. I push off the wall with as much grace as I can manage, and I pat down my unruly, dusty clothes for any dirt. Imaginary partner. I've got one of those. Oh? What happened? Nothing. Forget I said anything. Midnight's confident smile disappears. He shakes his head and lets out a guttural sigh. Get a move on before the elevator leaves without you. Don't want to miss your first competition, do you? There's still some time. I'd rather talk to you for a bit longer. Don't flatter me. Go do your thing. I'm rooting for you. My chest begins to heat up. There's a nice sentiment coming from Midnight. He's entering the tournament, yet he's cheering me on. Is he not entering the tournament? Part of me doesn't want to see him on the battlefield, so that we don't have to fight each other. Midnight looks at me expectantly. Should I leave him be or keep prodding about why he seemed so upset when I first got here? I'm sure it's about his partner. I know I shouldn't pry, but... leave or keep prodding? We're gonna keep prodding. What's up, wolf boy? Thanks. I'm rooting for you too, and your, partner? What's up with that? Points for trying to be smooth, kid. I'm trying here, okay? The two of us share a chuckle, easing the tension. I don't want Midnight to think I'm thirsty for tea. His behavior is just making me a bit concerned. Midnight's jovial, warm personality is one that makes me feel at home, as if I've known him for a long time. I'm sure I would have remembered a wolfman, though. You really want to know about my partner? Not that exciting, trust me. Exaggerate the story to entertain the listeners. Duh, easy. I thought that was a little bit funny. Keyword, being little. Ouch. Midnight's stare is focused. Well, I'm sure my gaze is blank, or I hope so, rather than red and embarrassed. His face melts into a friendly and amiable grin. I admire the gusto, kid, I'll give you that. Gusto? What are you, an old man? Is that any way to talk to your elder? Or rather, someone you want information from? Hey, I'm just saying. That's a word my dad would use, and he's an old man. Okay, just saying. I'm dad. Oh my gosh. You just said that? Alright. Enough. You really ought to get moving. Don't want to miss the launch. Sure, good try. You can't distract me that easily. If you want to know my life story, you could have taken me out to dinner first. Man, after all that effort too. Midnight lets my words roll off his back and gives me a thumbs up. Don't worry, it was a good attempt. As long as you're okay. Are you okay? Don't worry about me, my partner lagged out. I remember Midnight's crestfallen face from earlier as he talked about lag happening to other players. If his partner lagged out, doesn't that mean they can't re-enter the competition? That'd be terrible for both their team and Midnight. I suddenly feel really bad for asking.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Of course not. We just met not too long ago. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for prying, and I'm sorry about your partner. Shit happens. Midnight shrugs and messes with the red scarf around his neck. There's a little sadness in his eyes, but his smile hasn't faded. Thanks for telling me. My words fall in the air between the two of us. There is a silence that I'm not sure either of us can cut through.
This is the last call for those bored in the battle elevator. Please gather your partners and get ready for departure.
You heard the announcement? Get on that elevator before you're sent back to register for a new match. I'll see you next time around. Huh? Wait a second, what do you mean next time? As Midnight begins to walk away, I reach out in front of me to signal for him to stop. I'm not in the mood to sweat, so I'm gonna leave. I don't understand. You don't want to sweat? Ah, it's a competitive term. A sweat is a player who uses the most advanced techniques to win the match, even if the person they're up against doesn't really require all that flexing. I don't want to have to go that hard to make up for being on my own. Oh, you don't want to have to be a sweat though, right? I mean, I don't think I'm one. Midnight lets out a sigh. It's not like that. Sometimes you'll go up against players that are really good. That's why it helps to have a partner. I don't want to do this on my own. I've been here so many times before. I have to try too hard with the odds stacked against me, and I just don't have the energy today. I'm gonna bow out. No, you can't do that. You're so close. Midnight dropping out? It can't be. I thought we'd get to play together. Midnight seemed so passionate before. Now that his partner is gone, it doesn't look like his heart is still in the fight. Can't say I blame him, but I'm not going to let him give up so easily. It's not a big deal. I'd rather back out now than lose on my own. I can load back up and try again with my partner in another match. So you can't compete in this match together, but you can try again? Yeah, when someone logs out, the LegendEx competition considers that player drop out for the match. What if your partner lags out again? He probably will. The guy moved, and ever since, his connection to the server keeps getting disrupted. Not a big deal, don't worry about it. This isn't the first competition I've missed out on, and probably won't be the last. So then, let's team up together for this match, and you can join up with your partner after. I clasp my hands together and lean forward. Teaming up with Midnight would be such a dream. He seems to know so much about the competition, and I'm sure he's a great shot. Doesn't work like that, kid. I can really get behind those stars in your eyes, but you gotta remember that there are rules and limitations in place. Meaning what? Meaning that it's too late for us to partner up. Even though my partner disconnected, they're still registered as part of my duo. There's nothing we can do to change that. There might be something we can do. How do the tournament runners know I'm not the one that paired up with Midnight? We could team up until the end, and then Midnight can take all the credit and get all the glory. Nothing says we can't work together even if we're not on the same team, right? Midnight rubs his temple and scrunches up his nose as if he's drawing strength and patience from the gods. The rules say that. That's called teaming. That's kind of lame. I mean, it's not like we're purposely sabotaging other teams. They'd just be working together until the end. It's called being smart. It's called getting us banned. Midnight snaps harshly at me. We lose all our stats, cosmetics, friends list, reputation, everything. It'll be all gone in an instant. That doesn't matter to you though, does it? You have nothing to lose. I step back from him and gulp. Midnight is really scary when he's angry. And rightfully so. Suppose I did suggest something that could ruin Midnight's Battle Royale career with LegendEx games. But I didn't know the consequences and was merely making a suggestion. Listen, I'm not trying to get you into trouble. I thought this competition would be more fun if the two of us were competing together. I wasn't thinking about the rules. No, it's not my place, so I'm going to suggest very kindly that you think about staying in the tournament. Even if we're foes, still aren't together, we'll have something to talk about later, and you might do well and have a lot of fun, and I can keep rambling, but if Midnight decides to keep competing, then I'm happy. Think about it? Midnight nods his head but doesn't say a word. I don't know what he's thinking or feeling right now, but there's not much else I can do. I have to step away and do my own thing.
Good luck in the competition, kid.
Thanks. The two of us share a short and mangled goodbye as I stalk off towards the elevator. I hang back a bit, waiting for the crowd to dissipate. Expect everyone to be ushered into a long hallway, single room or something, but then I remember the industrial lift elevator. The idea of loading onto that thing is a little unsettling to say the least. For starters, the only protection keeping me in place would be metal bars sticking out from the side. They look only tall enough to hit my hip, and I could easily topple over the sides. Wait, how could an elevator operate safely in an underground cavern? Where would one get the power to operate it? Come on, hurry up. You want the elevator to launch without you? Whoa. Some person bumps my shoulder as they barrel past me. I barely catch speckles of green, yellow, and red and blue before they disappear into the crowd. Strangely, there's not a single petrified face amongst the 50 or so people already standing on the elevator. Though this is only a game, I can't help but be a little frightened of what's to come. Going into unknown territory is always a scary experience, even if it's all virtually simulated. I don't know who or what I'm up against, and I don't know how good it'll be. The reality of the situation dawns on me. I'm standing in the lobby of a LegendEx Games Battle Royale tournament, ready to board the elevator. Alone. I need to face my fears all by myself, but this is the choice I've made. I'm ready for this. I keep telling myself that it must come true eventually. A loud whistle jolts me from my thoughts. Time to get moving. If I hang back, I won't be able to participate. Here goes everything. As I approach the elevator, I can't help but rub my eyes. The pull of the crowd is unrelenting. Behind me, people push towards the elevator with such force that I follow the current. I'm going to be crushed alive! No, I'm not crushed, but I am really squished on this thing. Apparently 100 people can fit onto an elevator in an underground cavern. Looks can be deceiving. Who'd have thought, huh? The elevator creaks as it pulls up towards the surface. The voices of so many people are deafening. I can hear only bits and pieces of different conversations. How excited people are to be here. What someone is going to have for lunch after the competition. How confident this other guy is to win the game. But one voice is louder than the other. Probably because it's right next to me. It's hard to miss that raspy tone. Make your landing spot count, kid. I try to turn to face the Wolfman, but all I can manage to do is a small twist before giving up. I don't really think that moving at all in this type of space is possible. Instead, I gaze into the darkness as the elevator rocks back and forth. The sensation is calming. Landing spot? Are they going to be launched into the air by this elevator? Just pew! It's like a quiet lullaby putting me to sleep. He decided to keep going with the competition. I'm excited to hear Midnight's voice. Even though his partner isn't going to be joining him, Midnight decided to push forward anyway and battle on his own. Yup. So don't expect me to go easy on you. I'm gonna win. He's so close that I can feel his breathing on the back of my neck. Though his words are menacing in nature, his jovial tone of voice reassures me. Even if we end up having to face each other, it'll be fun. But, since we're not on the battlefield yet, I have some advice. Pay attention to which direction the elevator launches us. Sorry. Did you just say launch? Like, launch in the air? How? Oh, this is cool. How is that even possible? Elevator with enough force to launch 100 people into the air? Oh, this is definitely not safe. Yeah, launch into the air. Don't worry, you're not gonna die. You'll auto deploy your parachute when you're close to the ground. Or you can pull it out early depending on how far you want to go. And how do we do that? It's on your menu, you'll see it. The menu. Can't remember how to access this stupid menu. My heart feels like it's going to beat out of my chest. Yeah, maybe going solo wasn't a good idea after all. If I can't figure out how to access this simple menu, how am I going to launch into the air to get to my destination?
Prepare for takeoff!
Well, I think I'm going to be sick. Nah, don't worry about it, kid. Use that brain of yours, alright? Further from the trajectory means further people. More action will always be in the middle. Use your discretion. There's no time to react to his words. I'm catapulted straight into the air. It's the beginning of the end for me. I can feel it. I squint out at the large, sprawling landscape that covers my view like a mural. It's quite charming, even with the modern elements that float about. I'm captivated by the scene of its encapsulated world, as it encapsulates the world. The map is filled with various trees, hills, boulders, and buildings. A few prominent places catch my eye. These locations are named. They're text bolded to draw the eye. The hotel, the castle, the military base, and the swamp outline the edges of the map, while the city lays smack dab in the middle. Navigating the menu is something I'll have to get used to, but for now, I have a map in front of me and can formulate a plan on where to land. A good landing is everything, even my noob self knows that. If I land in a place with a lot of people, I don't get a weapon, I'll basically die off spawn. Not only that, but this is my first time entering a Battle Royale competition. Who knows if I'll even be a good shot? My aim is probably trash. I've never shot a gun in my life. How do I know if I'll be able to figure out how to shoot that thing and when to load the ammo in? Not to mention knowing how each gun type works. But as my eyes scan the map, the butterflies fluttering in my stomach mere minutes ago are gone. A lightness overtakes me. This is it, isn't it? The start of my journey. I'm venturing out into this foreign world by myself. If the fates I've chosen for myself, am I scared? Maybe, but I'm also excited for what comes next. I try to remember what Midnight said. The further from the trajectory, the fewer people there will be. It makes sense. The middle is probably most populated, so the city is off limits. I'm not dropping in there on my first competition. No way. That leaves the swamp, the military base, the hotel, and the castle. Which do I want to go to? That's cool. I like castles, so let's go to the castle. Location is not available. Coming soon. What? Hotel? Location is not available. Coming soon. Is the city the only place we can go? Location is not available. Coming soon. I guess the swamp isn't a bad choice. Pretty far off from the other locations, so fewer people will probably be there. I don't want to be the first one eliminated. That would be embarrassing. Am I sure I want to land in the swamp? I can't go anywhere else. Yes. Once I make my selection, the map sizzles away, revealing a captivating scene. There are clouds whisking around in the blue sky, clear blue sky. A powerful yet soothing air pushes against my body. As the air pelts my face, I realize that I'm not going to die. Not yet, anyway. Even though I was launched into the sky by a freaking industrial elevator, I'm very much not plummeting straight to my death. That thought flutters away as I shut my eyes and let the air carry me. I'm not moving left nor right, simply floating about. If only I could stay up here for the whole match. I nearly forget that I'm supposed to be heading down towards my destination. I nearly forget that I'm supposed to land, grab a weapon, and shoot other people. I nearly forget that I'm floating in air without any help at all. It's so exhilarating that my worries fade as the air cascades through my hair. Not even the voice next to my ear can wake me up from my reverie. It isn't until I feel the eyes in the back of my head that the uneasiness creeps up inside of me. Huh? Did someone say something? I whip around to search for the noise, losing my balance in the process. I begin to speed downwards like a torpedo. The wind pelting my eardrums nearly deafens me. How do I stop this? Oh my God. Make it stop. I yelp in surprise, drawing the attention of another player.
Hey!
You don't mean to do that, do you? Oh, jeez. The voice yelling beside me just barely overpowers the wind. Sounds familiar. Can't quite put my finger on where I've heard it, but I recognize it. Maybe I'm hearing things because of the adrenaline. I'm too afraid to whip around because I don't want to spiral downwards any further. A hand wraps around my forearm as someone tries to stop my movement. Alright, listen up. I need you to stop. Oh, is that easy, is it? Why didn't I think of that? Should I just stop? Yes, sure, so easy. I don't know how. Don't look down. That's why you're speeding. Look straight ahead. Trust me. It couldn't really hurt to try, I suppose. Alright, I'm trusting this random stranger. Like this? I lift my head upwards and look directly in front of me as the stranger says. The halt is gradual, but I eventually feel myself slow. Oh, thank God. Now, slowly look upwards. It'll center you. The stranger's grip on my arm is still there, though it loosens as I straighten myself out. The world comes into focus once again, and my heartbeat slows to a steady pace. Whew! Really thought I'd have to land with you. Wasn't trying to scuff my drop then. The wind settles down, and I can understand the voice better than before. No. Is that Parker? I wasn't imagining it. I've definitely heard this guy before, but where? I turn my face to my mystery aid. If I look down, I'll have another scare, so I'm very careful. As I twist my body, more air pushes through my hair. Yes, this is the relaxing feeling I enjoyed, not plummeting so fast I can barely catch my breath. What? What? Wild brunette hair is the first thing I see when I focus on the man. Then I notice their soccer uniform and dazzling smile. It's none other than SamuraiStriker standing or floating in front of me. He stopped to help me orient myself, even though he's got the most to gain or lose in this competition. Wow. My heart is thumping against my chest, and I just can't seem to focus on anything else by that vibrant smile of his. I didn't just think that. Try to steady my breathing and move my head from left to right, hoping the cold air will snap me out of my trance. I'm not starstruck, I swear. Totally don't watch his streams in my free time or anything. Really? I don't. I just know of his streams because SamuraiStriker is really famous. All of my friends talk about him, and he's even popular enough to be in the mainstream media. You're a noob, aren't you? So adorable. Adorable? Hey, I am not adorable. But I'm too nervous to say any of that out loud, and Striker chuckles at me. I just need to pretend that he's not laughing because... I just need to pretend that he's laughing because I'm being adorable and not pitiful. Oh, chat is asking me to help you. For them, I guess I can. Chat? Oh, he's streaming right now. Of course he is. It's a huge competition, why wouldn't he be? Do you know how many viewers he gets? It's like a minimum of like 10,000 per stream. That many people watching me be a complete and total noob. Yikes! Gosh, how can he read this chat, especially in the air like this? Wish I could see it so I'd know what people are saying about me. Probably all laughing at me for being a total noob. Great. Where are you trying to land? I don't really think about my answer as I begin speaking. My first time entering a battle royale competition. I'm up this high with bad control of my air balance and I'm really close to a celebrity. I'm a little nervous. Okay, I'm a lot nervous. Oh. I'm gonna drop. No. Sorry, that's my mistake. Don't tell me. That's totally considered cheating. I can tell you how to get wherever you want to go. Watching Striker hanging onto his parachute with nonchalance makes me jealous. He must have entered so many tournaments by now. He isn't fazed by any of this. Amazing. See your parachute? That'll deploy when you're upright like this. What? I have a parachute? Midnight told you I had a parachute. I reach up and grab hold of the ropes on the other side of my body. So... that's so you'll be able to float longer distances. When you dive downwards, like you were doing before, the parachute disappears and you land more quickly. Okay. I give him a nod of understanding, too shocked to utter anything else. Can't give you much more advice, otherwise I'll scuff my drop even more. I'll already be the last one to get a gun. Right now, Striker stares up into the sky with one eye squinted. From this angle, even when he's making a face like that, it really isn't hard to be swept up in it all. He's handsome and charismatic. Sorry for messing up your landing. That's what scuffed means, right? Oh, don't apologize. I've got it all figured out. Will you be okay though? I can't help but wonder if he really cares or if he's putting on a show for his audience. I don't know. I can't be sure. It'll be okay. My answers are short, as I don't know how else to communicate with this man. I'm at a loss for words. He places his hand against his forehead like he's saluting me. Gesture I've seen used before. I've really got to get some of those. Woo! There he goes. Striker then dives forward without another word. I'm stunned into silence, playing the interaction over again in my head. Along with the many ways it could have been cooler, but I'll keep that in my mind next time I run into him. If I run into him again. I guess there's nowhere else to go except for my destination. I look downwards and begin to dive as Striker taught me. Okay. We have landed. And I am at nearly 2 hours. And I don't know how much longer I have to go. So I'm going to end here. And we will pick up with this again later. So far, this game is really fun. And as I mentioned at the beginning, it is now on Kickstarter. So if you've liked what you've seen so far, you can go and download the demo on itch, and all the links will be in the description. I really want to see this game made. It looks really fun. I really like the mechanics that they've been using. The the mouse is like a little like target box, which I think is really fun. But everything's really fun so far, and I really like the layout of everything. They're doing things in this that you don't see often in your visual novel range. So that's really fun. There's an experience health bar down the bottom there as well, which is cool. This is just really cool. Like, save. We're going to save. And I really like that they've managed to put their own, like, logo in through the game. So LegendEx Games, not only the developer of the game, but also the in-game developer of the game. Bit of a developer inception there. So I hope you liked this. I hope you go and back it on Kickstarter. There's some really cool things that you can do, from getting the game and betas and player names, custom characters. I'll make a little video on what you can get from the Kickstarter as well, I think. But I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!
Thank you for joining us. If you liked this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest videos, new covers or Let's Plays every weekend. You can also find us on Twitter @CocoLuCovers or on our new Discord, Cats on a Lily Pad. Catch you in the next one.